Black Ranger.
Hell yeah. Okay. Well, hey guys, welcome to
You
Table
know
Talk.
I fed you a line. I fed you a line,
What was
Chris.
he supposed to say?
What do you think Chris was supposed to say?
What was I supposed to say?
You know why they put us on the show? You know why
Welcome
they put
back to
us here.
Table Talk. Hashtag Table Talk. And this is Twitter, Reddit, r/SourceFed. I'm Sam.
I'm William Haynes.
I'm Chris.
Hey, it's Chris. And Chris is one of our lovely PAs here at the SourceFed office.
We've had a lot of PAs in our time. You and Zach throw it down unlike ever before. I see it. That's what it
I
is.
still don't know where this voice came from.
We don't know either.
My grandfather died 30 years ago today. He's possessing me. Jebediah Haynes.
Jebediah Haynes. Interesting.
He says too many white girls. Stop fucking with him.
Chris, would you like to pull the first question?
He said that shit. I swear. I mean,
He said that shit, I swear to God.
I'd love to hear your grandfather say that.
Cam Corsage from Reddit says, "What's the ugliest sounding word you know?"
Oh, there are so many bad words.
Plump. I hate that word.
Plump?
It sounds like when people say it, wet paper towels fall out of your mouth and onto a table. Plump.
That's true. But if you like plump could be good if you had like a pie and you were like, oh, what's it? And they're like, it's plumped with blueberry.
That is not how you use it. I don't think that's how you use the word. A plump is like, you have a plump.
You got negative connotations for the word plump. What are you doing? Is Sophia pointing to her ass?
now, back in my day, we didn't have women that did that. Back in the 1940s, if you threw your ass out, you were getting paid. I'm sorry.
My grandfather,
Your grandfather's interesting. What else does he have to say?
I've been having a bad day, I'll be telling you.
I'm done.
It's okay.
Darren's not even laughing. I feel bad.
Darren looks mad.
He didn't like it. I could tell. I went into the voice the other day earlier today. He didn't like it, but I enjoy it a lot. I came with pre-planned bits. I was gonna do one.
Old people got diabetes because they use too much seasoning salt.
Nah, your whole.
Or is that high
You
blood
laughed at
pressure?
that one. You laughed at that one.
You like that one? I always.
Hey, let's say something for PBL.
I would like to see a character for Quinones.
People always like point that out. Like it's
I mean,
fashion.
you have a name on it. Is it?
It's fashion. I can be whoever I want to be. Chris, you
can't.
got a problem with Quinones?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. So what's good?
What question did you ask?
What's the ugliest sounding word you know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, aside from swear words, which are sort of ugly because of social context, something I always hear people say is they don't like the word moist.
No, I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
I don't get it. It doesn't bother me. Does it bother anyone here listening? Moist.
It's when
Moist.
you give it a visual image. Like, think of underwear. Okay, amateur people think underwear are gross, but moist underwear is a terrible thought. How did you get moist? What kind of activity was going on?
You're very right. What is it? What's another thing? Like
Where was I at the time?
Like you felt into like a dark area, like in your home, like you're reaching around for something and you find something moist. and
If
you
it's
touch
moist,
it, yeah.
oh my god, finding something wet? Oh hell nah.
One time I was like, somebody asked me to get something out from under their sink, and I reached up, so it's like underneath the sink, but at the top of the cabinet, and it was wet. It was like touching a wet piece of paper, and I was like,
If I'm staying at your house and you want me to get something, and you know that there's something wet around there, give me a warning.
that's fair.
Yeah, but moist can go both ways.
You trying to say I could be moist?
Yeah.
How can you go both ways?
Well,
Yeah,
what I'm
please
saying is, people are always talking about, oh, it'd be disgusting if this was moist. You just reach your hand somewhere and it's moist. But if you're eating a cake, you want it to be moist, right?
Yeah. People are like, this cake is so moist.
favorite.
That's not something I would say because I'm in 2015. I'm a young man. I can't say, wow, this cake is moist. I lose all points.
My favorite bit, if we're speaking about cake, on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Highly recommend the show. You like it? Have you ever seen it?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Wow.
I feel like the entire show is just people yelling at each other the whole time.
That's what this show is, bitch!
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I'm not good at yelling. Anyways, they said there's a challenge and someone's like, as a punishment, has to eat a cake. And he's like, why do I have to eat a cake? He's like, no, you have to eat the ingredients of a cake. So it's just batter, milk, eggs. I thought it was funny.
Wow, it's like if
it
you
was
think
funny.
you're not a good person yet, just realize you're still being cooked. You're just eggs and batter now. Someone will throw you in the oven, and you'll be a full cake, and somebody will want to take a bite out of you.
That's really inspirational, Will. You should have a pillowcase line of like inspirational quotes on pillowcases.
You're just like the pre-part of a cake, but someday you will be a full one. No?
I'm gonna grab a question. From Reddit, Drin It's on the screen. How do you think or wish aliens, example Martians, would really look like? How do you think Martians would look like, or what do you think aliens look like? Weird wording, but that's what they're saying. What do you think aliens look like? I think they look like me. Like you go there.
If they all look like
yeah,
you.
there's definitely like statistically like they said like yeah for how big the universe is and likelihood of life, there's like 4 of you out there. Not at like maybe one time, but there's definitely gonna be like 4 of you.
Oh, that reminded me of church. I remember when I was a kid, they would take me to church, and I would always go. And they give you these booklets when you go to Sunday school, and they show like look, another Christian boy just like you. And I remember there was a little Christian boy in there that looked just like me. And I was like showing it to people at church, like, hey, this looks like me. That's just because I was a little boy. Now I've put all the mixtures of a cake together, and I become a bite out of a piece of a cake. I'm sorry, I'm off.
So
Yeah, my
what you're
grandfather
saying
should take
is
over.
Christians are aliens.
Yeah.
Christians are aliens.
Interesting.
Back in my day, we used to run from them.
Oh my god.
Now he's back in the Crusades. He's in the Crusades. We used to run from him.
This is a really old grandpa.
Yeah.
What do you think aliens look like?
Aliens look like all sorts of things. I mean, if you just look at planet Earth, you know, everyone on planet Earth would be an alien on a different planet, but we got all sorts of animals, all sorts of
Not if we put our
living
flag
things.
there first. Like, if some aliens show up on the moon and saying, you guys are weird, like, since 1963, we had a flag here. This is what people look like here, bitch.
They look like Americans.
I would curse out an alien, too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, so there's definitely like elephant aliens, lizard aliens, no fish aliens.
Hell no, fuck lizard aliens.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Dinosaur aliens.
If they exist, you're gross as fuck. I'm sorry.
No, how cool
Alien
are dinosaur
motherfuckers?
aliens?
No.
That's
mm-mm.
so cool.
They gotta look like us.
They always have the Jurassic Park theme song playing as their like national anthem. That's what I imagine. Elephant World, whatever Elephant World looks like, I would very much like to go there.
No, but the thing is, they could all be on the same world.
yes.
So do you think, do you think like the universe will ever be like it is in like Star Wars where all different aliens exist? Also in Guardians of the Galaxy, and they all just live together.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy is in our supposed to
It's
be
supposed to be in our universe,
yeah,
right?
It's like not, and it's in our galaxy.
Just far away.
Yeah, because like Earth is in it, because they pick up
This is not-
Star-Lord from Earth.
This might be the most drastic case of kidnapping ever.
Yeah.
They took him to another galaxy.
They really brushed past the whole kidnapping part.
And how did he grow up? Did they have human food in the
They
galaxy?
didn't. Yeah, also, how did his tape cassette player have batteries?
Well, in the future, you just throw in a wazoo.
Did you say
Oh,
space
wait, it's
batteries?
I feel like he made trips back to Earth every once in a while.
He never said he
And-
went back to Earth. He never said, why wouldn't he pick up new music if he went back to Earth? If he got batteries, I would have gotten a new tape.
Who was he
Or
playing
he
there?
just buy them.
You can't buy batteries in space. That's not how it works.
Do they have space gas stations?
Maybe. I would like that if they did.
I wouldn't stop at a space gas station and get your ass robbed.
Well, it depends which one it is. So is it a well lit?
I don't need diesel.
Brand name.
I'll go to Chevron in space.
Interesting. Is there Chevron space?
I shouldn't.
Don't
talk
remember
about
what the
Chevron.
question was.
I'm just saying Chevrons. In the Bay Area, a lot of people hate Chevron because they have a thing right there and it puts off bad air and then everybody gets asthma. And I shouldn't have mentioned
bad
Chevron
thing?
hey, Chevron's cool to go to, but hey, sometimes I need gas. Huh?
A refinery? Is
Yeah.
that what you're
Oh
saying?
yeah, refineries are real bad for the
all right.
environment. Why would they put a refinery in the Bay Area? It's so beautiful. They're like, oh, look at all this beautiful water ocean. Let's put a refinery right here and fill everybody's throats up with smog.
They
Sorry,
should
that was
put
not-
it-
put it in Kentucky or some shit. They're good.
There
They
you
can
go.
take it.
Yeah, put it somewhere else. Yeah,
That's
that's
the-
the answer for everything.
That's just the thought I had.
Ooh, that went too far. I think I just pulled a question. It's your turn. I want. Some kind of tree alien. I would
I
like
never
a
even
Groot.
said if I.
Yeah, what kind of animal? What kind of
Do we
what kind
count
of alien would
plants
you
as
want?
Aliens.
Huh? Plants could be aliens. I mean, yeah, if it's on an alien planet, then it's an alien.
So everything's an alien then.
I don't think so. No, I don't know.
Everybody's an
We're
alien to
scientists.
somebody. I
Right.
like how in America we like to call people illegal aliens. How do you get to decide? Why do we get to say people that aren't American are aliens? Okay, I'm sorry. At SoPhoto, Lorena says, as it is written out on the piece of paper, Sophia, you don't get to write them. We only
of
type them.
plants.
Oh. When was the last time you went on a date? Ooh.
When was the last time you went on? Is Sophia around the corner
I was
giggling?
I want to know.
Last time you went on a date? Last time you went on a date?
Last time I went on a date was a couple months ago.
And?
I went disc golfing with a girl. It was a second date.
Where do you go disc golfing?
What the fuck is disc golfing?
What is What
So
is
regular golfing, you hit a ball in a hole, right?
Yeah.
Disc golfing is there's a little structure with chains and a little plate, and you try and hit it with like a frisbee, right? And
You took her to something complicated? You don't take a girl to do something complicated.
There needed to be a learning club. There was
Yeah.
a video they had to watch before they started playing. Wait, do you use a golf club? Why is it called golf?
No, it's disc golfing with like a frisbee. You throw it.
So you took her frisbeeing.
No, you take them on dinner because everybody knows how to do that.
Never take a date
that was
to the
date
movies.
number one.
I've never done that. Huh?
Never take a
That was the first date.
That was the first thing. Oh, you got a second one.
Yeah.
Well, you take her to Smash Pad?
I took her to
That's also complicated.
Second date was disc golf. He just said.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry. You
disc
know,
golf.
my brain is a little bit.
I know you like to pay attention, Will.
Look. I think a lot of people think that I'm not paying attention. I'm actually the opposite, very focused on other things.
Yeah.
And
That is a really great another pillowcase.
that's another.
that's
I'm
another
not
pillowcase.
distracted. I'm really focused. On something else.
Yeah.
Period.
That does pretty much sum up Will.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if you're like listening or something.
I definitely am. Like, people will be speaking, and then I'll get caught on something that they said, and I'll think about that, and I'll still be hearing what they're saying, but, like, I'll be also over here.
Yeah.
So I have to hop back, and then you guys are like, you're not listening. And I'm like, got shit going on. I'm
I'm sorry, I'll bring him back.
Well, here's the thing that what people were saying was so interesting that sparked your imagination, and
Yes.
you just ran with it.
I truly believe everything is interesting. Everybody you
everything
meet
is
will have
interesting.
has something hilarious to say.
I want to learn how to get people to like. You know, like there's like a lot of people out there that are good at getting other people to talk about themselves. I would love to learn how to do that because I want to know people. I'm bad at like getting the ball rolling with that. Like I want to be like, hey, so a common line in LA is always like, what do you do? And that's a boring question to ask
What do people
somebody.
ask other places?
Yeah,
Let me
what
know
do
in the
people-
comments
yeah,
down below.
that would be really good because I'm like, I don't want to come to you and be like, what do I like? That's not going to help you. I would like to get to know what you like, and then I can ask appropriate questions. There's a superpower I would like.
You learn by trial and error, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you ask?
I
I bet Chris would know. Chris was always correcting my English.
I don't know. I feel like
He does.
In the videos?
Yeah, all the
Oh,
time.
he
I wish
corrects
you
me
could see
too.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I need it though.
Yeah, he always
cut to a
like
clip.
Yeah, let's cut to a clip.
You might also recall the one that's attempting to raise enough money to send porn star Eva Lavia, and I forget the dude's name because nobody looks at the dude.
Finish that sentence. To send them. Send them where?
Oh, to space. Oh, yeah, you're right. I never wrote anything.
No, but I feel like when I meet people and I'm trying to get to know them, whether it's on a date or whether it's in other social settings, I always struggle with the flow of conversation, trying not to ask the same question back to them that they just asked me. It's like, oh, where do you live? Oh, cool. Where do you live? No.
Yeah, people who do that are uncreative and stupid.
Interesting.
If you keep asking the same question over and over again, there's something wrong with you. Go to the hospital.
So I feel like part of it is trying to find ways to sneak that question back into the conversation later.
Oh yeah, you can. But you're still
Want to
using
come out of the
it.
conversation.
You're still using
You're
it.
sick.
You
Go to
know,
the hospital.
You're sick. Go to the hospital.
so I always, whenever I meet with my friends, like my old friends from high school, and then I come home and my parents are like, "Oh, so what is so and so up to?" I'm like, "Oh, well, we didn't talk about that."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find it interesting when my parents are interested in my friends' lives.
I
don't care.
Not to like
My
put my
mom-
parents
yeah.
on blast, but like I was saying, like my mom was always like, "Oh, your friends, like I caught dinner with their parents." Like when I was a kid, and I was like, "What? Why are you?" What if something happens and like we're not friends anymore? And then like that happened with somebody I dated, and like my mom like made friends with her parents, and like they went out to dinner and like stuff, and I was like, and like she's like, oh, she would always bring up like the girl's name, like, oh, she's doing well. I'm like, okay, wow,
Yeah.
you made this 1,000 times more complicated.
Yeah, good thing when I was growing up, my best friend was Jose. Good thing his parents were immigrants, so like my mom could not go to dinner with him. There was a language barrier. I'm gonna get in trouble for a lot in this one. I love them though.
You should talk to Jose.
Hell yeah! Okay, I'll send this to him.
Okay, but you guys gotta answer the question.
What is it?
Oh shit, yeah. When was the last time you went on a date? Man, I thought I was going on a date.
A long time ago, and I don't really remember it anymore. I can tell you my most memorable date, my weirdest date. I went on a blind date once, and the person was like, I really don't like when people say like, oh, you'd be great with this one person, because everyone always says that, and I'm like, then you meet them, and like, there's a lot of expectation already that you're supposed to meet and be good already.
Yeah, they're
and
on
then,
crutches
like,
and shit.
No, like, or like, I did. I went on a blind date and we didn't know. I didn't know her last name. I was just like, it's like, let's pretend it's Paige. And like, I met Paige and like we hit it off really well. Second date, nothing to talk about at all.
Talked about it all already.
Yeah, we talked about it all. And then like a week later, I texted her and was like, hey, this isn't working out. And she was like, that's so weird. I was about to text you the same thing. And we're like, really? All right, have a good life, whatever. And it was the best breakup I've ever had ever.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to go on a lot of dates because I like hearing the only time you can talk to someone for real is one-on-one. And the only time people do that these days is dates. Like when I hang out with my friends, I want to do it one at a time. Like at the most it could be 3 of us. After that, it's like it's too much.
Yeah.
That's why I think dates are good. So I'll go on them all the time.
Yeah.
It's been a minute though.
Do you have like a favorite date?
Hell no.
Favorite date?
I have gone on a date with a girl that was absolutely boring. Like I remember what I said earlier about everybody's got something hilarious to say. This girl, no.
No. Oh no, some people are like that. I mean, or you just need to find like or they're just so like locked up. You gotta find that one little what is that? The little crack of diamond or whatever, like the little nugget. Yeah, the little nugget.
I took her to the Federal in North Hollywood, and my macaroni and cheese is more interesting than her. Ooh, damn! She saw that she could know it was her. I take all bitches to the Federal. I'm really getting in trouble for this one. I'm sorry,
Was it one
everybody.
of those good mac and cheeses? You know, the gourmet stuff.
It was too hot. I'll be honest. I remember it being too hot.
But that sounds very interesting, and this woman does not sound interesting.
She wasn't very interesting, but you know, I'm not very interesting sometimes too.
Hey, yes,
Sometimes
you are.
I trip on it. Sometimes,
And yes, you are.
Sometimes I'm.
You weren't doubting it, but you were doubting it. You're
mean-
interesting.
I doubt a lot. I think that's a part of it.
Don't doubt.
I needed you to reassure me that Will is interesting.
Will is interesting.
I think
Thank
Chris
you,
is
Sam.
interesting.
Everybody say Will's interesting on 3. 1, 2, 3. Will's interesting. I don't like
That made me feel worse. That made me feel worse. This was a William Haynes' worst table talk. But I bet I'll get this for the first time.
You will if you've never gotten it before.
No, I don't think
me
so.
Neither.
I don't remember
Let's get
anything.
it. 3. You go ahead. I'm not gonna count you down. Boy, oh boy. It was on the right track. I just had that little tailwind thing.
That's what my principal said.
Thank you so much. And here's here one more question first. Alice in Neverland writes, if you could have one thing for free for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Think outside the box, i.e. cookies, plastic surgery, haircuts, etc.
Absolutely. Oh, shit.
Haircuts, did that get you?
Yeah, I was going to say absolutely
haircut, yeah.
gas.
Okay, no, I was thinking rent.
Oh, rent would be good, too.
Like rent anywhere.
Nah,
Are
I
you
was
talking
cheap.
gas like the kind that'll warm you up in your house in winter?
No, no,
or
no,
Are you
like,
talking about
just
gas
put
like
it in my
Steve has
car.
all the time?
Like, I already got unlimited that.
Oh boy, you guys see that on camera, but man, that man has a lot of gas.
He has a
That's
lot of gas. I have a lot of gas, too. I was bubbling it up earlier today.
Proud of you.
Remember when I was sitting next to Darren and he was like, what's wrong with you? He told me I should go to the hospital and get help.
Oh, so what would you? So you said gas. What did you say?
I think it'd be nice to have free massages for the rest of my life.
When would you ever? Oh, so you would just go and get them all the time?
You could just
Would you
get-
do it every day?
Probably
That
not
would
every
ruin it,
day because
though.
I won't have enough time. You know, I got other things to do, but mainly I would want them because, you know, I play sports and whatever and work and I have to use my body all the time.
Chris, why don't you tell them what sport you play?
I play lots of sports right now.
Tell
I'm
them the
playing
one
pickup
you
soccer.
know. You know the one I'm talking about.
What's the one he plays? Oh yeah, tell him about the one he plays.
The one I'm playing right now is called soccer. You kick a ball with your feet.
But the one you got your arm injured in. Tell us the one about you got a shoulder injury in.
I injured my shoulder playing Quidditch.
Yay! A lot of people in the comments are gonna be really happy because I know a lot of them play Quidditch.
Not a lot of people know it's real. Not a lot of people know you
They
can play
had
it in
it
real
at
life.
VidCon like 2 years
Yes, they
ago.
did.
Yeah, they had like an arena.
It's
for
fun.
it.
Is it? I never played it.
Do you
very
have to
fun.
like have a broom in between your legs when you run, or is it kind of
Yes.
not? Wow, that seems a little dangerous.
Do you bring your own broom or is there like...
No, I don't bother. I'll let someone else figure that out. I just show up.
So do you just like pass the ball to each other, or like this? What do you do with the? Don't they fly? How do you do that?
No, you pretty much just run around with a broom, but it's a lot like field hockey or lacrosse
okay.
or rugby. No, it's a mix of a lot of different sports, but it's really fun. It's full contact, so that's the reason, you know, people
Can you
get
get in
hurt.
fights?
Wait, with a broom in between your legs?
Yeah.
That's some Malfoy
I
shit.
get why you messed up your arm doing that. Yeah, that's a Malfoy shit. Oh
Dangerous.
man.
I wouldn't recommend it
No?
for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
I would love to watch it. I couldn't do it.
I'd watch it once.
I'm running around is kind of scary for me, especially around a lot of people. And now if we all have sticks.
Wait, running in general is scary?
running close to a lot of people. But I'm afraid of falling. I don't wear good shoes for that. Are you wearing those good shoes today?
Oh no, I'm not. But you wear boots and stuff. Yeah,
It's not good for running. Not good for anything.
We should buy. Hey, send us to the PO box. Send Will some running shoes. He's gonna need some running
But
shoes.
Will, I'm proud of you. You finally got a pair of boots with insoles that are good for your feet.
Okay,
How do you
they feel so good. I could wear these forever. I had Bree cut them out for me. She was. I mean, no, I didn't do it myself. All right.
Okay.
It was too hard. I didn't get it. I thought I was gonna do it wrong. She did perfect.
No, it's so good. And I'd say I would want free cars because I would never fill up the gas. I would just buy a new car every single time. Think outside the box. I'm gonna get a new car every single time.
Can you imagine if you really had free cars? But
Yeah,
they said one a year. You would still be the shit.
A new car every single year? That
Which would
sounds
you pick?
amazing. Any I want. It's a free car. I can go anywhere I want and get a free car. A Maserati. Ooh.
Sam, you can't have a Maserati.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're gonna change the terms of my wish or whatever this is. I don't know. I get a free car.
Guys like you and me cannot show up with a Maserati.
Don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box. I can show up in whatever I want, and I will show up in a Maserati. And guess who's gonna be the guy who accidentally keys his own car because there's something stuck in his pocket?
His
it's
own
me.
car.
I will accidentally do that. I will be the one who spills coffee in it as soon as I get it.
I know. That's the shit that I would happen. Like I have so many receipts in my car. I have so many receipts that my car is 1/4 receipt. You can't have receipts in a nice car. You can't have receipts in a Maserati.
I have a bunch of water bottles in my car, and like when I turn a corner, you just hear all this water around the back of the seat, or like bottles getting together.
It's true.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for watching Table Talk. I hope you enjoyed. Say thank you to Chris in the comments down below, please. Chris, thank you for coming on. Will, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Mr. Quinones, for coming on.
Hey, look, anytime you want Grandpa
Send us your
Chipper,
questions using the hashtag Table Talk or go to Reddit/r/SourceFed. I'm Sam.
follow me on Twitter, Uncle Jebediah at SourceFed.com.
And I'm Chris.
Yay! Thank you guys. Goodbye.
Don't you ever fucking interrupt me like that.
Wait, I'm sorry.
When I'm in
Jebediah.
Grandpa mode, don't. Yeah, peach in your
Grandpa
noodles
needs a
and
nap.
Grandpa does need a nap.
you can't. Oh, I fall and I cannot get up, Uncle Grandpa.
What's he
oh
willing?
shit. Oh, Grandpa.
What's Will willing to do for a bit?
Hello, I'm a white American male.
And I'm not.
Correct.
And I'm nothing.
No, you are a vagina. We've got a brand new comedy channel coming to you called Nuclear Family.
We are taking over the For Human People's channel.
Okay, big fat fatty. No! No! No!
What are you doing?
You can expect that every week on the Nuclear Family channel, so go subscribe, goddammit.
What is your weakness?
Water.
What happens with water?
Melt.
You melt if water touches you.
Oh, that's a serious issue.
That's a huge drawback.